At the age of 16, Ramana Maharishi experienced a spontaneous death experience, after which he left home and nobody knew his whereabouts. His mother, who was sorrow-stricken, made tremendous efforts to find him, but it was all of no avail. One day, somebody informed her that he had met a person in Tiruvannamalai who noted his name as Venkataraman of Tiruchuri. Encouraged by the news, she sent her brother-in-law to Tiruvannamalai. He returned and confirmed, "Yes, I saw Venkataraman. He is totally absorbed in meditation. I pleaded with him to come back, but he did not even reply. There was no response. He was motionless, just like a rock." Mother Aragammal decided to go herself and plead with him to return. On reaching, she pleaded with him to come back, but there was absolutely no response from Bhagwan, who sat like a rock, motionless and still. Shortly, some residents in Tiruvannamalai, on seeing this elder woman crying all the way up the hill and down, reproached the young ascetic. "Why don't you give a reply? Either accept or decline. We have been observing this lady suffer for the last 3 days and you do not even reply." Then Bhagwan wrote a response on a piece of paper. This reply to his mother is his first written teaching. He wrote, "The ordainer, prevailing everywhere, makes each one play their role in life according to their karma. That which is not destined will not happen despite every effort. What is destined is bound to happen. This is certain. Therefore, the best course is to remain silent." The same philosophy, as applied to work, was replied as below in his talks with his devotees. Ramana said, "If you are destined not to work, work cannot be had even if you hunt for it. If you are destined to work, you will not be able to avoid it. You will be forced to engage in it. So, leave it to the higher power. You cannot renounce or retain as you choose." Maharishi had the following further to say on work. Work performed with attachment is a shackle, whereas work performed with detachment does not affect the doer. He is, even while working, in solitude. The feeling, "I work," is the hindrance. Ask yourself, who works? Remember who you are. Then the work will not bind you. It will go on automatically. Make no effort either to work or to renounce. Your effort is the bondage. The self is all. Are you apart from the self? Or can the work go on without the self? The self is universal. So, all actions will go on whether you strain yourself to be engaged in them or not. Work will go on of itself. Thus, Krishna told Arjuna that he need not trouble to kill the Kauravas. They were already slain by God. It was not for him to resolve to work and worry himself about it, but to allow his own nature to carry out the will of the higher power. Attending to the self means attending to the work. Because you identify yourself with the body, you think that work is done by you. But the body and its activities, including that work, are not apart from the self. When you walk from one place to another, you do not attend to the steps that you take. Yet, you find yourself after time at your goal. Notice how the business of walking goes on without your attending to it. So also it is with other kinds of work. The mother feeds the child when he is fast asleep. The child eats the food just as well as when he is fully awake. The next morning, on waking up, the child tells the mother, "Mother, I did not take food last night." The mother and the others around know that he did, but he says he did not. He was not aware. Still, the action had gone on. A traveler in a cart has fallen asleep. The bulls move, stand still, or are unyoked during the journey. He does not know these events, but finds himself in a different place after he wakes up. He has been blissfully unaware of the occurrences on the way, but his journey has been finished. The ever-wakeful self is compared to the traveler asleep in the cart. The waking state is the moving of the bulls. Samadhi is their standing still, because Samadhi means Jagrat Sushupti, that is, the person is aware but not concerned in the action. The bulls are yoked but do not move. Sleep is the unyoking of the bulls. There is complete stopping of activity corresponding to the relief of the bulls from the yoke.